Hey everybody, Meinke here from MLive.com. I'm in Minneapolis where the Lions getting ready to play the Minnesota Vikings. It's a 1 p.m. kick at US Bank Stadium, a place I'm very excited to see. It's very different than what the Lions have seen over their years coming to Minneapolis. You know, the Metrodome they became very acquainted with, the very a dark, cavernous, weird place. They had that awful turf for so long. Now US Bank Stadium, it's also a dome. It's the first that's actually been built in the league since Ford Field. But the difference is it has a translucent roof. I mean, it's a see-through roof, so it kind of feels like you're outdoors. It's supposed to be very cool, but it's a very different aesthetic than what the Lions are used to. There's nothing else like it in the league, and so that's something they'll have to adjust to. It's something other teams have struggled to adjust to. The Vikings are actually unbeaten at home. They're very good at home, and they're 5-2 on the season. They're doing some things well. They're first place in the North, and they, of course, do nothing better than play defense. That's been the hallmark of these Mike Zimmer teams since he came to Minnesota. It's ferocious defense. It's you're talking to Lions players this week. The biggest challenge is recognizing what they're going to do. They're incredibly adept at disguising their blitzes, and they're known for the inside blitz. That's something the Lions are going to see, and it's going to be a challenge for them to deal with, particularly with the issue they have going on at right tackle. No Riley Reiff this week because of illness. He's already been ruled out. Corey Robinson will make his first career start on the offensive line at right tackle. You've got a rookie in Graham Glasgow at left guard. You've got a rookie in Taylor Decker at left tackle. Those guys have played pretty well, especially Decker, but they have not seen anything like this. And I think there's a lot of reasons to be concerned about the Lions matchup issues going up against that Vikings defense. I mean, we saw last year what they can do when you don't have protection. I mean, Matthew Stafford was pummeled in those two games against the Vikings last year. I've never really quite seen a quarterback beat up like what he was in those locker rooms. It's just not something I'm accustomed to seeing. I mean, I remember watching him try to get undressed after his press conference after last year's game in Minneapolis, and he had to have a trainer cut off the ankle on his, cut off the tape on his ankle because he was so sore. He had the rib injury. I mean, he took off his shirt and there were bandages all over his arms. He had 2 arm injuries in that game. He was beat up. I think he was hit 20 or 21 times combined in the 2 games. He was sacked 8 times. I think the Lions are better equipped this year to handle that rush with Jim Bob Cooter and his scheme. It's simpler. It's easier to execute. I think you'll see fewer blown assignments. I think the Lions have that going for them. But with the youth on the left side, with Riley Reiff out on the right side, Corey Robinson getting his first career start. I mean, that's a really young line. I think there's a lot to be concerned about in terms of the Lions being able to score points and sustain drives. I think there's going to be a lot of negative yardage plays for the Lions. Their best hope in this game, real quick, is getting some rush on Sam Bradford. The Vikings have not been very good at all at protecting him this year, and particularly during this current 2-game losing streak they're on. Bradford's taken 11 sacks in this game, 22 QB hits. They have not protected well. I mean, we talked about injury issues with the Lions. The Vikings have injury issues up front as well on the offensive line. No Matt Khalil, he's on IR. Their left guard is out this week because of concussion issues as well. I look for Ziggy Ansah on track this week. I think Terrell Austin will dial up some blitzes, try to get after the quarterback and force the issue there. Maybe get some turnovers. But I don't think it's going to be enough against what Zimmer can do defensively and with the moving pieces the Lions have up front on the offensive line. I got this one for the Lions. I got this one, Vikings winning 23-20. Take that for what you will. I've been wrong, I think, 3 or 4 weeks in a row now. Very difficult team to predict, but a very difficult game, I think, for the Lions this week.